afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 218. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. I invite you to check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, basically, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and then I invite you to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, etc., share information. So I'm actually going to start on the Word page, and I'm just going to mention that there are some city and county programs that you might want to check out. So go to the Word page to check those out at your convenience. And then Durham Technical Community College's Small Business Center, these wonderful workshops. They're not all, some of them, these are happening across the state, but I do list it under the Durham Tech Community College's Small Business Center anyway. Let's see what's on the docket for today. It's the 18th, right? Okay. So at 1 o'clock, onboarding strategies, how to build an active board. That's going to be this afternoon from 1 until 2:30. That's really interesting. And then from 6 until 8, the ABCs of starting a small business on a limited budget. That's a good one. Then tomorrow, this is today also, from 6 until 8, managing a nonprofit. That's again from 6 until 8. These are all free, folks. Sign up in advance and just attend. Okay, and then tomorrow, here it is, using Canva for graphic design of your content. It's going to be tomorrow starting at noon. Again, so sign up and enjoy these free workshops, just chock full of information. Okay, let's go to the school tools page. There's lots listed, but I'm just going to mention a couple of things. Now, a lot of parents on Facebook, at least, they're saying how their kids are suffering, just sitting in place at one time, just being frustrated by the online learning experience. So Durham Parks and Recreation has this weekly remote learning experience for kids. So you can sign up by the week, pay by the week, and I think with today being Thursday, you can pay today for next week. I'm pretty sure that's how it runs. I'm trying to get someone from DPR to come on the show. But anyway, there's 3 spots. This is really wonderful. So this is by the week, W.I. Patterson Recreation Center. They're behind, on the other side of the expressway behind the VA. Then the Edison Recreation Center, and then the Holton Career and Recreation Center. That's on Driver. And again, wonderful. So W.I. Patterson and Edison Johnson, they'll take kids from ages 5 to 12, weekdays, 10:30 until 6. Those are good hours. And then Holton, young folks from 7 to age 12. And weekdays, again, 7:30 to 6 p.m. So now they're practicing social distancing. They're not going to have the kids crammed into the rooms. So it's remote learning, but away from home. That may help the kids with their socialization and boredom and whatever. So check it. It's on the school page, so you might want to check that out for your kid. At least try it out for maybe a couple of weeks and see if that helps alleviate your kids' frustration, etc. All righty. And let's go to the health page. Of course, I have your COVID-19 test information. Now, here's an update on vaccines. As you know, Durham County has put the appointment making on hold. They're trying to get more vaccines. But here's the thing. The Community Health Coalition contacted me, letting me know that Duke, working with the African American COVID-19 Task Force, okay, they have some vaccines. So on Saturday, this coming Saturday, until 5:30, it's an all-day thing at Southern School. If you're age 65 and up, you can be vaccinated. So you set the date's already set. Saturday. So you set the time. I think they have, again, from 8 to 5:50 p.m. This is wonderful news. I tested it by trying to register, and I was able to get through. I got my confirmation via email right away. So if you are age 65 and up and you're concerned, you want to get vaccinated, that's how you do it. So again, it's a one-day thing at Southern High School at 800 Clayton Road. Go to the, I have a link right there on the health page. Also, I have it listed on the C page as well. So definitely, that's the way to do it, at least for this week. All right, let's now go. Oh, wait, there's a blood drive you might want to sign up for. Okay. Let me scroll down. There is a blood drive also happening on Saturday. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Okay, this is going to be at the U Hill Apartments. That's on University Drive. That's going to be this Saturday from noon until 4. You might want to sign up for that. So after you donate blood, each donor will receive a free COVID-19 test and a $20 gift card. There you go. So check that out again on the health page, To Your Health. Okay, now let's go to the health events button. There's a big blue health events button at the top of the health page telling you about the different support groups. So let's see what's on the docket for today. Let's scroll down and yes. So the general support group will be meeting online at 5 o'clock from 5 until 6. This is part of the Duke Cancer Patient Support Program. It's free, of course. You just read and attend. The information is on the health page. Click on the big blue health events button. All right, and now let's go to the page. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the City Council. They're having their work session today, and I have the agenda. You can just click and read the agenda. It's going to be a really interesting meeting that you know from 1 until 5 this afternoon. Also, Legal Aid NC, they have these wonderful free webinars. And today, they're going to be talking, let me see if I can find it, a simple divorce webinar that's going to be from 2:30 until 4. Also, tomorrow, they're going to have a Freeform Friday, 11 until noon, where they talk about what you want to talk about. Reason regarding the law, and nothing personal, just in general. So again, read about that on the Legal Ease page. Now we're going to the Let's Go page, and that is the calendar of events page. Today's the 18th, so let's see what's in store for us today. Let me just scroll down. I had it set and then I lost the place. Let me find it again. So today's Thursday, February 18th, Nehemiah Christian Center. They're giving away free bag lunches. I know it's raining out right now, but if you are in need, they are giving away free bag lunches until 1 o'clock. From noon until 1, they do this on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. The Nehemiah Christian Center is on Mangum Street. New Visions of Africa restaurant. They're giving away free warm meals from 3 until 6. This afternoon, they are on Fayetteville Street. Let's see, the Bull City Running Company, they're hosting Safety for Runners. Now, this is going to be really interesting. There are going to be some members of the Durham Police Department who happen to be runners. So they're going to talk about safety, improving visibility. You don't want to wear all black if you're going to be running around at night. So improving visibility, choosing the safest times to run. Also, the benefits of not running alone, using GPS tracking apps. That's interesting. And also when to call if you need to. So that's going to be this evening. It's a free online event, 6 o'clock. Sign up and they will send you the Zoom link. Also today, Equality NC, they're hosting Black Queerness Then and Now, Black Future Month panel discussion. So at 6 o'clock, they'll be celebrating Blackness, and also they'll talk about the work ahead. All right. Also, Parents Matter, they're going to host We Are Answer. That's a meeting that will be held this evening from 7 until 8. And this is run by, I remember this lady, Coach D, Martina Dunford. I remember her because she started a school, and I remember covering the grand opening of that. So again, Parents Matter is a platform. It's designed to empower families and communities and to get their voices heard. And I just want to very politely, I didn't let Guy Cook know this. He likes to drop in, but I do have a special guest today. He just showed up. So I know stands, no problem. So Al Strong's waiting in the wings. And of course, a salute to Guy R. Cook, who likes to drop by and give us tech information and SEO information. So we'll catch time, Guy, because we'll be talking to Al in just a couple of seconds. Okay, a couple of events about the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. There's Science Tonight with Chris Smith, and they'll be talking about brainy birds. Well, they'll be talking about parrots. They're becoming not extinct, but they're getting a little rarer. So they'll be talking about laws that need to be enacted to protect these very, very popular birds. It's going to be from 7 until 8 this evening online. The link is right there on the Let's Go page. Also, Duke University's Keenan Institute for Ethics, they'll have a keynote speech by Van Jones talking about human reality, border, and empathy. And you know which border we're talking about, Mexico. So that's going to be, let's see. This is part of the Ethics of Now series. Read about it. I'm rushing a bit because I know Al Strong's calendar is pretty full. I want to give him enough time to talk about the very special event happening tomorrow. My voice is leaving me. Let me mention this. Al's going to tell us. I keep saying Al. Al Strong is who I'm talking about. So something very, very exciting will make its debut tomorrow at noon. I'll just say, lift everything and sing. Leave it at that, and let Al come on and tell us about it. Al Strong.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
I'm doing great. Haven't seen you for a while.
I know it's been a while. You've been well?
I'm doing quite well, staying inside, playing it safe. I just set up my COVID-19 vaccine for Saturday.
Okay.
Looking forward to that.
Wonderful. Yeah. Sounds good.
So for those one or two, now Guy R. Cook is watching from the wings. He's in Walla Walla, Washington, so he might not know who you are. So introduce yourself, and then if you want to tell us what the Art of Cool project.
Okay, sure. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Al Strong. I'm a trumpet player, educator, co-founder of the nonprofit, the Art of Cool Project, based here in Durham. The Art of Cool Project is a jazz presenting music education program for young people. We've been around for years now. I want to say since 2011. I'm happy to be on here speaking with Pat today. I have a single coming out tomorrow. It is my arrangement of Lift Every Voice and Sing, which we actually started recording a little over a year ago. The process began, and I hoped then that we would release it last Black History Month, but the project just sort of developed into this whole thing. After recording the music, the track ended up being a little over 8 minutes long, and wow. I thought it would be a great idea to create a short film around it to portray positive images of Black people, and of course with the riots of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, provide a further inspiration for myself and my team. The director is Chris Charles, phenomenal guy, phenomenal artist in his own right, and just dangerous behind the camera. And so I'm happy that he joined the project, and we're looking forward to the release tomorrow, release of the full short film. And we hope everybody supports.
So this is going to be a premiere. It's going to be online. We don't have to go anywhere. We can watch from your website. We can watch from the Art of Cool website or page, right? And also on Facebook.
Yes, I believe so. Yep. It will. There's actually a Vivo link, and I believe there'll be a YouTube link, and we'll post the link, Guy. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely, and it's listed in the Durham Skywriter as well, and that's going to be tomorrow at noon. That's why I have Mr. Strong talking with us now, because at noon I'll be doing my show, which means I'll probably miss the premiere. But will we be able to watch it later if we miss it if we're not there at noon exactly?
Certainly. It will live online from here on out. So definitely you can catch multiple replays if you like on YouTube.
Oh, you're gonna have multiple replays, all right.
Awesome. Yes.
Now, here's the thing. So I was reading that you kind of play, and for people who don't know, Lift Every Voice and Sing is an iconic song, also known as the Negro National Anthem. So you were vamped on some tune live somewhere, and you just kind of played it just on a lark. I know Dexter Gordon likes to do, he just like to throw in other songs while playing a song. And then the musicians went with it, and it became a thing.
Yeah, definitely. And that happens quite often live with my groups. You know, as we're transitioning out of a song, there's a vamp going on. I'm in my head, I'm thinking about, okay, what can we go to next? Or, you know, as a band leader, I'm thinking about what might fit nicely over this vamp. And
Mhm.
the inspiration came from that. I mean, we were performing for the St. Augustine's 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 brunch. It's an annual thing that my group always gets called for. And it seemed like an appropriate time. And I tell you, the response from the audience once they realized what it was that we were playing was, I mean,
Mhm.
it's always phenomenal. And we play it
Nice.
you know, throughout the year whenever we feel the spirit, and to see, you know, people rise to their feet, you know, because it is
Mhm.
the Negro national anthem,
Yeah,
and to sort of
right.
pause as we're playing. It was awkward at first, but you know, of course, we're all paying homage to the song. Mhm.
Mhm. So, are you able to tell us the other? I mean, I don't know how many musicians are taking part in this,
Mhm.
like dozens, because I read that there were strings involved. So,
Yeah.
how many musicians are on this?
Cool. Okay, on the audio recording, so the audio is also going to release as its own single. Of course, it's going to be, you know, available for streaming, you know, Spotify and all other digital platforms. And the film is just an addition, really, to the audio.
Nice.
But it was produced by Jeremy Bean Clemens, NCCU alumnus. And he's also playing drums. Kevin Beardsley is on bass. He's a graduate of UNC Chapel Hill's program. Um, Chucky Robinson is on piano. He's an NCCU Eagle as well. Um, Blue Thompson is on saxophone. He's been sort of my right hand in terms of horn playing for some time. Um, who else is on? I don't want to miss anybody. Hugh Swasso is a guitarist on the project as well. And not everyone who actually played on the audio could make the video shoot, you know, and that happens sometimes, and that's fine. So in the string section, we had Autumn Brand on violin, Trevor Wignall, um, Matthew, I forget Matthew's last name right now. I think it's Johnson, and oh God, I got to look at the credits page. It's one
Hmm.
more. Stewart. Stewart is on cello. I think Stewart
Okay.
Brand, and
Okay.
so you know that some of those guys are from the North Carolina Symphony too. So that is, I think, the band per se for the audio, and then casted in the short film are students that I used to work with at the nonprofit Kids Notes, which is based
Mm-hmm.
in Durham.
Oh, Kids Notes.
Yeah, the string organization. So they're cast in there, as well as the featured modern dancer is actually a student. I think she's a high school student now. Her name is Bria Johnson. Phenomenal. She attends the charter school that I now work at as a music department chair. But she's a
Ooh, what's the
dance.
name of that school?
It's called Sally B. Howard, and
Okay.
it's in Wilson, North Carolina, which I have a long history with Wilson. My grandmother grew up in that area, and relocated from DC back to Wilson just before I went to high school. And so I stayed in DC to attend Duke Ellington. She moved back to Wilson, but I would always make trips down to Wilson. It's funny how things come 360. You know, now I'm, you know, working in Wilson. Would have never guessed that, but the school is phenomenal. I was brought in to design and implement a new performing arts music curriculum for them. And things are going well. I mean, it's keeping me busy. I actually just finished class with my students. They're learning. I have them learning Georgia on My Mind right now as a combo feature for one of our trombonists. And their spring concert is coming up. We're going to do it virtually again, of course. And what that means, we have to orchestrate music for all the bands, and we actually are just now building a studio in the school for the kids to, you know, learn how to record themselves. And so it's an exciting time. You know, I'm grateful to give back in this manner. Mm-hmm.
You're doing a lot. I don't know if I can keep up, but if there's a way Durham Skywriter, Bull City Hangout can help promote whatever it is you're doing, you just let me know, because that's what I'm all about. And of course, as a gigantic jazz fan, I don't know if you knew this. I probably told you this when I met you, but the job that I had before moving here, it's my favorite job. I used to work for the Institute of Chicago, and that was they're still flying high, still doing great. But boy, was it a fun job working with jazz, working with musicians and the students and promoting jazz. I miss those days. But anyway, I'm very happy to promote you, anybody else that does jazz or anything positive. That's what I do. That's what I do now is just promote, get the information out there.
Well, it makes sense. I remember you when we first met. I remember us having this conversation, Pat. And you know, I used to live in Chicago, so I think this is why we have, you know, even more of a kindred spirit thing going on between us, because I love Chicago. I learned so much when I was living there, working on the scene. I'm still close friends with a lot of the musicians who were there, and definitely a cultural hotbed. And yeah, knowing your relationship with that city, it makes sense. All of this makes sense.
In case you don't know, just to let you know, and other folks watching who are into jazz, that there is an Oscar Brown Jr. legacy project going on right now, run by his daughters Maggie and Africa Brown. So
wow, okay,
you need to check that out. They're very active. They just had their kickoff this past year. They're keeping the music and the legacy of Oscar Brown Jr. alive with video, and very creative, you know, because he was also a playwright. So check, I would love to see them do music collaborations.
Sure.
With musicians like you online. I'm not trying to put something on people's plates uninvited, but I'm just saying, I'm just going to leave it there.
No, that's great. Yeah, I want to check that out. I appreciate the information.
Okay. And let me check the private chat. I see them coming up.
Guys asking for links, and I'm trying to provide them as we talk. So
yeah, let me put these in the chat right now, one by one. So L Strong Music. Boom. So we can watch tomorrow's event at noon. So you might want to skip. I don't mind your skipping Bull City Hangout tomorrow, because I wish I could skip it as well. You can always watch the replay, and I'll be watching. It's interesting how you shortened Lift Every Voice and Sing to. It looks like a pretty word, 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. I don't
like
know.
That.
You know, it of course it's easier to say, but yeah, just as far as branding, I think it kind of even makes it a little bit more unique. But again, paying homage, you know, it's really my humble offering to the music world and our community as well. So, you know, I'm of course grateful for the opportunity to be able to present this work, and it's actually the first single for what will be, you know, the rollout of my album over the course of, you know, the next several months. So
nice. I don't want to keep you because I know you're busy. I just want to ask one more question.
Sure.
For those of us, we might not all be in Durham, but for those of us who love jazz, with the pandemic going on right now, how can we keep up with what's happening in jazz in terms of at least your music and maybe some friends that you have who are performing jazz as well? How can we keep up? How can we know what's going on?
Wow, I mean,
besides the Durham Skywriter.
yeah. Well, besides yourself, there's a gentleman named Peter Burke who I actually did a discussion with one of his classes that's I guess funded by Duke University, and I remember doing some sessions with them when you know, pre-pandemic. But Peter Burke has a website, Local Vor Jazz. I have to find his website, but he tends to keep account of all things jazz, not just locally, but you know, all over. I do know that I think the Sharp 9 Gallery is going to begin doing live stream shows again. Yeah, so they're in Durham, and you know, I'm just like anyone else. Like I'm looking for things to find as well. I think the Charlotte Jazz Initiative, or the Jazz Initiative in Charlotte, did a really nice presentation of Max Roach's "We Insist" last weekend. I think replay is online as well. Yeah, it was powerful.
I know
Yeah.
San Francisco Jazz has this membership thing going on where they have, live concerts. And also Leah Hathaway, I just watched a delightful and very fun interview that she had. She has an interview series as well with jazz musicians. So I know it's Layla Hathaway. Of course, WNCU play jazz almost 4/7, and they have a jazz calendar as well. So if you know of any other ways that I could, add more jazz items to the Durham Skywriter, I would definitely welcome that.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I'll email you with whatever I run across as well. I don't have as much time to be on social media these days as I'm used to, but whenever I do run across things, I feel fortunate. So I'll email you whatever I run across.
Okay, and I would also throw a huge shout out to, I hope I pronounced her name correctly, Chandra, your manager.
Yes.
She set up everything and was so extraordinarily helpful. So I want to say thank you to her as well.
Chandra, she's the team's publicist right now. So yeah, definitely. Definitely, I appreciate you reaching out, Pat. This is long overdue, and I'm looking at the chat right now. Mix.com is a site you could set up. Okay. All right. Thanks for that, Guy. I'll look into that.
Yeah, I'm going to bring Guy on after I say goodbye to you, because I know you're really busy. Sandra let me know that that you rearranged a couple of things to do this, and I do appreciate it.
Not a problem.
So thank you again, Al. So folks, tomorrow at noon, lift a voice and sing. The links are listed below. Oh, Chandra's watching. Okay, Chandra McQueen. Wait. Boom, put her comment on the screen there. Thank you so very much. Absolutely. So folks, noon tomorrow, I give you permission to skip Bull City Hangout to watch Lift Every Voice and Sing with Al Strong and his musicians. I didn't know there was going to be a dance, strings. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait to see the replay. So again, thank you so much, Al, and I will talk to you real soon.
Thank you, Pat. Take care, everyone.
Okay. Take care. Awesome. Now, Guy, what's going on, Guy?
Thank you. I think tomorrow's at noon Bull City Hangouts should kick off with that stream. You can share a screen, right, in your StreamYard? Like you can bring Al's presentation you could put onto the StreamYard and do that, and then we could kick it after, and say, well, I thought that was too much cello or whatever, and go from there. Yeah, cowbell.
I actually wouldn't want to do that because I wouldn't want to take attention or views away from Al Strong music and or Art of Cool, the three different sites. So I wouldn't want to do that, but but maybe I can get permission to replay it at a different date.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I did, speaking as the old person, I didn't know there was a Negro Black anthem.
Oh, absolutely.
The national anthem. Never heard it.
It's a beautiful, beautiful song. It's beautiful. And
it wasn't taught in school. I graduated in '69. Maybe it wasn't a part of the curriculum in Walla Walla, Washington in 1969. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I went to, when my son was cutting up at school, he was in 8th grade. This is years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said, well, if you shadow him at school, that's going to, make him calm down. He's got ADHD. He gets excited sometimes. So anyway, I went to the school and I'm looking at the school books because I hadn't seen school books. Like I said, I graduated in '69 and this was in the 90s, 30 years later. And I'm reading about what a great guy LBJ was. And I'm going, not how I remember it. I don't. And they said, LBJ started the Peace Corps, he was a fantastic leader, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, yeah, I couldn't get over that's changed. So next time you see a niece or nephew, you know, that's still in school now, ask to see one of their school books and see if you
So Sergeant
recollect.
Shriver gets no mention when it comes to the Peace Corps?
Yeah, it's all LBJ.
Okay. Well, my dad used to tell us that history is written by the winners.
Yeah.
Or
The
those who have that hookup, I guess.
the history book is a revelation, to be sure, because what they're teaching the kids now, I don't know. You know, it's a little bit political. Anyway,
that's
great.
why.
Al Strong,
I just want to say one more thing. I just
Okay.
want to say one more thing on that topic. That's why it's before. I shouldn't say especially. I guess I'm going to say Black because I'm Black. I guess it's true for everyone. To start at home, get a good, solid, at least foundation for learning at home.
You know, because it's History Month, because it's Black History Month. They had a thing on Facebook that was a questionnaire, and it's like, do you know who this person is, and et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not embarrassed to say, but I only scored 50%. I only knew half of it.
That's good.
It's like, yeah, but what
Good start.
what the Black community needs to do is not, I guess, sermonizing to the choir is what they're doing now. Because you knew when he said the national anthem, you knew right away what it was.
Sure.
Me as the token white guy in the audience, I had no clue. So creating creating that sense of awareness, you know, that transparency, because I'm pretty sure I am not the only guy in America that doesn't know that there's a Black national anthem. I'm just saying, you know.
I totally understand. It makes perfect.
I'm gonna, as soon as we get done, I'm gonna go to YouTube and search for it. I'm sure it's somebody's.
It's a beautiful song.
If it's not on YouTube, Pat, then put that on the to-do list. Yeah,
there are lots of versions on YouTube. My favorite is an acapella jazz version. It's just gorgeous. And but I'll let you find the versions on your.
Well, you should share that link in the Durham Skywriter, good buddy, because if it's that darn good, you know, that you're another person that should be using Mix.com. I told Al about it. Mix.com is Mix.com.
Okay.
If you find a link that is, let's say, a pearl in the oyster, this is really good stuff. I should share this. Put it on your Mix.com profile. Bazinga. Anybody that follows you will see it automatically. Now, I don't know, but what Durham Skywriter couldn't create a Mix.com account. You know. I
have heard of it. I have not checked it out. I will do so.
It used to be called StumbleUpon.com.
Yes.
You found a link. You put it in StumbleUpon. Well, for whatever reason, if they got bought or whatever, and it's now called Mix.com. I've only got like about 7 or 8 links in there.
Okay.
And of course, they're all just incredibly good. Shameless plug.
You really reached back at that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the snow count? It was 18 inches and counting as far as snow in Washington State.
It's at my house. It's melting. The last time I looked at the yardstick, it was down to 15 inches. The little spot in the backyard where I shoveled it down shorter so the dogs could go, it's down to the grass. It's melted clear down. I can see patches of grass. My wife says, we're going to have a dead spot in the lawn. I said, it's okay. We're moving. Don't worry about it.
You know, I was in such a rush to bring on Al. I forgot to mention the weather. Just right before going on the air, got a winter storm alert.
Oh,
not advisory, an actual alert.
This morning.
I just want to tell the folks here in Durham, though, to go to alertdurham.com if you want to be placed on the list. So when there's weather advisories, warnings, etc.,
they get a notification.
You'll get that notification. So it's only 34 right now. It's raining. It's raining kind of moderately right now, but it's going up to 36. But still, it's kind of weird weather for us. But go ahead. What were you saying?
It's a lot better than the 22 that we had going on.
Ooh,
I
22.
did
yeah.
you know, as an old person, I go to the store and do the grocery pickup before, like the earliest time they had was 8 o'clock, and you know me, I get up early anyway. So I went over there and picked up the groceries, and there was already a guy waiting. Young guy. I mean, when I say young guy, he must have been 40s, you know. So he must have been picking it up for his parents, you know, to deliver. I'm guessing because he had the 4-wheel drive. Around here, these times when the snow's deep like that, if you don't have 4-wheel drive, stay home. That's it.
Wow, really?
No, it's not a maybe you won't make it. It's you won't make it if you don't have 4-wheel. Like,
well, we don't have snow plows here in Durham, so
yeah. The first day that I had to back out of the driveway, I said, "Oh, I don't need to worry about that little bit of snow," and I high centered the rig, but it's an X3 BMW, so it slid across the top of the surface of the snow. Thank God it wasn't freezing rain on top of that.
Wow. Here's a funny winter story. When I was with the Jazz Institute of Chicago, one of my jobs was to promote our concerts.
With your dog sled. Yeah.
Here's the thing. So one of the board members said he'd drive me around to drop off posters and buttons. I think this was for the pub crawl. So buttons denoted who were members, you know. So anyway, so he was driving me around, and I really appreciated it because it was horrible, sleety weather.
Oh yeah.
So we were in a cool Jaguar. So I was hopping out, you know, going to the different places, hit a patch of ice and spun around. And he was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Yeah, but we're looking good because we're in a Jaguar."
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like hydroplaning. That's the word. We're hydroplaning in a
black
Jag.
ice. Not to be racial, but it's called black ice because you can't see it in the pavement. And I hit it on Snoqualmie Pass once, and the Malibu did a complete spin around 360 and halfway around again. So I was going backwards, went through a bridge, and then because of the slope of the road, I slid over into the snowbank. Just boom.
Oh my God!
And the first thought I had was, "Oh, the whole side of the car is going to be crushed with the ice. You know, it's going to be dented in."
Yeah.
The only way you could tell that car, when they finally towed me out, I had to get a tow truck. When they finally got it out of there, the only way you could tell that it happened was, you know how some wheel covers have got little decorative holes in the wheel cover?
Sure.
You know, that's how you could tell that I'd been in the snow, because the wheel covers had snow packed into those holes. And that was it.
Wow. Well, those were tough cars back then, weren't they?
Oh, wasn't that long ago.
Oh, we said Malibu, so I thought you meant like the 70s.
No, it was in the 2000s.
Oh, okay.
But I've gotten over that. That for a long time after that, I didn't drive in the snow. I just was freaked.
Yeah, I can imagine
that.
Really
that curdled the cheese there. That trip was a little bit of too much.
Yeah, we have to be real careful here because we don't have the salt trucks, and you know, in Chicago, if snow's in the forecast, they will sit out there hours in advance. I used to live across the street, the ward, the 20th Ward Streets and Sanitation Office.
Yeah.
And they would be idling, you know, waiting to get that to hit the streets with the snow and the shoveling the snow and all that. Throughout all my years driving in Chicago, I think I only drove on untreated snow once. Only one time in my adult life.
And that was on a side street, not a main arterial. They do them right
they were caught off guard, and that's rare.
Yeah.
Caught off guard, and I had to contend with, you know, an unsafe road, but I was okay.
Now, what branding are we on the shirt today?
Oh, Senior Games, Durham Senior Games.
Senior Games.
Woo! Yeah.
Are you gonna compete, or did they just give you a shirt?
I actually competed a few years ago with my what did I have? My decorated walking sticks. I make walking sticks.
Right, and, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, where I wind string around it, or yarn rather. So yeah, I won. I think I won second place. So,
Did you get a medal?
you get a little cute little ribbon.
Well, if you get an award like that, you know that shelf behind you where you got the troll and all the other kitchen appliances.
It was just a
You need to put
ribbon.
that. You should just display that somehow.
I guess I should. I should.
I mean, that moment of fame. That's like today. Today is a day early of calling for your second shot appointments because I got to be first in line the first day they opened at the Benton County Fairgrounds. Long story. Anyway, I was first. So Rachel, the girl that works at the Benton County Fair Health District, Benton County Fairgrounds. Anyway, she says, "Oh, you're that guy that was first." I said, "Yeah, I was famous for a day."
The first guy.
Oh yeah, there was. I had classmates in school saying they saw me on TV, and it's a big deal. So
you need to ask the news to send you that.
I said
that'd be so cute to
share.
Oh,
my son captured it off of TV and he sent it to my daughter. Sent all the
good.
videos.
Okay, as long as you have it.
And the whole thing was about if I don't get vaccinated, I don't get to see my granddaughter Zuzu. And that girl, she said now don't repeat this, but her best video that she's done ever. Okay. You know how when you're taking a bath and the side of the tub gets a little bit wet, on the side of the tub.
Okay.
She's tall enough now when she can stand up and leans down and puts her lips onto the side of the bathtub and makes fart noises.
What a goofy already.
Oh, she's
that is so
she's
cute.
gonna in 15 years when Stephen plays that back to her, says this is one of your biggest viewed videos online. She's gonna go, "Dad, why did you put that on there?" Oh yeah, but it's really good. She's all the time like she's just now learned to clap her hands. And so Stephen will put it on Facebook and say, "Well, we've now got a clapper in the home." And so she'll be watching TV or something, and they say, "Oh, now you applaud," and so she claps her hands.
That's cute. That's cute. Did you hear me say that I'll be getting my vaccine, my first shot on Saturday?
Let's talk about flu shots.
Well, I'll be getting that too, but first I want to get my COVID-19.
Okay. Yeah, very good. So, very good. Now, are you going to get Moderna or do you get Pfizer?
It's Pfizer.
Pfizer. Okay. Because you have a different waiting interval for Pfizer than Moderna, and you got to make sure that the second one is the same as the first one, whatever that flavor is.
It's just a couple days difference, right?
No, it's a week. A week
different, yeah.
Moderna is 4 weeks, and Pfizer is 3 weeks. Last I was told about it.
Yeah, my sister got her shot, so tell me about that. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work.
Okay. One part of work that you're going to do is your media kit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Last Sunday past, Bill Gates, is spending a ton of money, like billions, on global warming.
Okay.
So that gave me the pause and the cause to think of the question, should your media kit contain the plan to reduce your carbon footprint? What's your company going to do? Like, I'm not going to drive to meetings. I'm going to have virtual.
I think I have a carbon footprint. I work out of my house, though. It's not like I commute.
Okay. Do you have garbage?
Yeah. I recycle.
Okay. But when they drive the trash truck to your house to pick up the garbage, does that truck all electric truck? No.
I think it's just a regular.
But the fact that you recycle means that your pickup is less than the guy that's not recycling. So any little feather you can put in your hat towards reducing carbon footprint, and Google it and find out what those are. There was things that they taught. Oh, now my phone's going off. I said the G word.
But so many of us are doing everything online. So I think a lot of carbon footprints have been reduced.
Well, one of the things that I've started doing, and I'm going to post it into my media kit, is use of whereby for face-to-face. And
That's
every
smart.
time that I don't have to drive to Yakima or whatever to do face-to-face, I can do it online.
Online meeting.
Whereby is going to plant a tree.
Okay.
So I've been setting up whereby with everybody. I mean,
Good. You know, I was going to mention that Duke University, I think their preferred airline is Delta, and so they have some kind of partnership. So they know what their carbon footprint is regarding air miles, okay? Because Delta, again, that's their preferred airline. And so they have a certain number of trees they plan to offset their carbon footprint.
That's exactly what Bill Gates does.
And they're dealing with racism at the same time, because in Durham back in the day, when they were planting trees and making the communities, you know, attractive and everything, they were skipping the communities of color and only planting the street-wide trees, street-side trees.
That's not good.
Communities. So now they're going back and reducing the carbon, or rather offsetting their carbon footprint.
Yeah, offsetting.
And dealing with systemic racism by planting pretty trees in communities of color, which I think is really interesting. I did a video.
You and I both know that Bill Gates flies a lot. And what he's done to offset his flying miles when he goes to Africa and wherever, he's using a special kind of fuel that has been engineered in such a way to make less carbon than the regular, you know. So when he pulls up the plane and they fill it up with fuel, they fill it up with that special stuff instead of just regular old jet fuel. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
I'll do the same.
But anyway, consider that, you know, maybe doing not a full-blown page of the media kit, but just doing a shout out. Yes, the Durham Skywriter, we are involved in the carbon footprint project, and we do recycle, and we have online meetings. And just
actually, many of us should think about the different things that we do to help the environment, and I think we might be surprised doing, those of us who are actively doing so. So thank you, Guy.
Okay, take care.
I'll see you around.
Thanks for giving me a minute.
Sure,
it's fun. It's a good show today too.
Oh, thank you.
You can get Al Strong back anytime.
Oh, I hope that he does return for sure.
Yeah, we'll have the concert moment. Tell him bring his horn.
Okay. Take care. That was fun as always. Okay, folks, I didn't give a formal weather report. I forgot. It is 34 right now. It's raining, going up to 36, and then tomorrow's going up to 45 with a 40% chance of rain. With that, have a beautiful afternoon. I will see you tomorrow at noon. Actually, I'll see you on the replay because I want you to check out Lift Every Voice and Sing with Al Strong tomorrow at noon. You can tune in and watch the Bull City Hangout directly after that. Ciao for now. See you tomorrow.